Georgia Tech, and this has been a first half of the season for Georgia Tech marked by some pretty significant injuries as we are underway on this Sunday afternoon, and right to the middle goes Eloise Suarez to Bianca Garibaldi, who has been lethal these last couple of weeks.
No doubt Georgia Tech trying to establish their middle connection early against this strong defense.
Both teams with the same starting lineups they used on Friday. Barrett goes to Thorpe, and a joust at the net, and it lands on the Yellow Jacket side, Point, North Carolina. And, well, Jackie Taylor says, I'm equipped as a middle blocker as well.
Jackie Taylor in her sophomore season, just so strong along the net. You see big swings early on by both teams trying to establish dominance.
And Haley Pierce, goes down the line. And Jackie Taylor knew exactly what to do with that free ball.
One thing that Coach Mike Shaw encourages on that service line, take the rips. That caused the overpass for the final put away.
Yeah, Jackie Taylor, she was all over the place Friday night. 4 kills, 4 blocks, 4 service aces. Yellow Jackets a little out of system. Thorpe goes deep corner, and man, she let that cannon loose.
And here they come, the Tar Heels showing antenna-to-antenna power, even on the serve overpass. That's that strong competitive spirit you're seeing already come out.
And a perfect drop on the serve from Haley Pierce.
With that serve, Coach Shaw has encouraged that line seam serve by Pierce, and that just produced some ace.
And that's been something North Carolina has really emphasized this last month or so. They had that match against Kansas State. Coach Shaw felt like they weren't serving aggressively enough. Mambu from the 10-foot line. And there's Hampton and her first kill of the afternoon. She goes back line.
This is what makes Hampton so dangerous. An out-of-system bump set coming over. Georgia Tech's block was there. They knew where the ball's going, and it still didn't matter for that kill.
After the Yellow Jackets scored the match's first point, 5-0 run here for the Tar Heels. What a tough serve. Mambu. And Hampton works through the Yellow Jacket block. 6-1 Tar Heels.
This is the leadership you see with Hampton come out, seeing the block in front of her, recognizing right front blocker is slightly off the net, took advantage of using that block.
North Carolina now 5 kills on 6 swings as a team. Another tough serve from Pierce. And Despaigne gets the side out.
Wiley, that's nice right there. So Despaigne, 21 on your screen right now, is filling in for a 3-year starter out with a knee injury for this season. That's a low-tempo set to the right side.
Yeah, Arisa Mendez, it was announced earlier this week, she will miss the rest of the year with that torn ACL. Jackets go to Mambu. Great dig from Maddie May. And Kelsey Thorpe from the rooftop drops it right in front.
Thorpe said, yes, you give me a good look. It through a seam of the block, thumps it down. You can see the antenna spread. I've loved the set distribution from the get-go with setter Barrett.
In the middle, there's Deandra Pierce.
Wiley, how fun is this ACC volleyball? After an incredible swing we saw by Thorpe, Georgia Tech comes back with a power swing, setting the middle contact on a good pass.
Pierce, one of the few veterans on this Georgia Tech roster, especially the few healthy ones, a 3rd-year starter. And it's Thorpe, she's got the hot hand keel. He's throwing heat-seeking missiles down there.
I'm loving this. So the strategy, getting Thorpe involved on the right side. Georgia Tech's both left front blockers are freshmen. This is an adjustment. You got a redshirt junior in the house against a freshman. She wants the ball.
Emily Bobbitt's first action, serving for North Carolina. She goes to Hampton, and wide left, Point Georgia Tech.
Setter Suarez, number 13 on your screen, is currently lined up in front of Hampton, UNC's strongest attacker. I'm thinking we're going to see that same set location again.
And they're right back to it, and this time Hampton wins it.
That's a good matchup. Good news for Georgia Tech. You got Sophie Hampton running to the back row now to take her 3 back row rotations on the serve. So you'll get Pierce in the front row on that rotation.
Well, these teams did meet once last year. It was a 5-setter up in Chapel Hill. Georgia Tech won after winning the first 2 sets. Carolina forced a 5th. Vidjovic is blocked. Or beg your pardon, no, works through.
It was the set hold off the setter's hands. You got Suarez hold the ball just enough and then pop it last second. That caused a late middle blocker read.
Suarez serves long, the point North Carolina. For what it's worth, Keel, you look back at that box score from a year ago. Georgia Tech's 2 kill leaders against North Carolina, Bianca Bertolino, Tamara Otene, both have moved on out of eligibility. They had 30 kills. Meanwhile, for North Carolina, they've got Chelsea Thorpe and Sophie Hampton back. They're 2 leading leaders in kills from that match, and they're both back. And there's a block from Jackie Taylor, point North Carolina. Don't forget about her. The block for North Carolina has been elite this year, top 10 nationally in blocks per set.
You can see it all coming together for UNC this year. You have the returners on the outside and then Taylor closing even on that block.
Poor pass. Good block from Garibaldi. And that ball is down and on the line. Point Georgia Tech. Great recovering scramble by the Yellow Jackets to stay in that point and win it.
You can see UNC's outside hitter, both Pierce and Hampton, trying to work the hands of the block. So it's using the blocker's hands to tool it off. That one, Georgia Tech's blocker held it her own.
Anya Fyodorovic serving, the freshman from Poland. One of 3 freshmen in the lineup. Mimi Mambu coming back in now, replacing Laura Bialeski, another freshman. Perfect spot that time from Lainey Smith. Transfer from Illinois, gets her first kill. And North Carolina has now doubled up Georgia Tech 12-6 here in the first set.
You see strategy out of system, so setters around that 3-meter line still forcing the right side attack. That strategy kicking in.
Suarez to the middle. Did it touch a Georgia Tech player? No. North Carolina disagrees. The Yellow Jackets win that point. Coach Mike Shaw is talking with the down official Betsy Smith. He wants a challenge, doesn't look like.
The swing by Garibaldi went into the blocker's hand and then came off pretty fast. The contact we would be looking for if it touched Mimi Mambu on the swing.
I don't know, Keely, what did you see?
I saw a touch.
Yeah, I think so.
Just because the ball changed the movement off the arm.
Yeah, Maddie May then talking to the top referee, Stephen Webster. The point still awarded to Georgia Tech, though. North Carolina will not challenge. 5-point lead here in this first set. Barrett down low to set. Ooh, great effort from Thorpe to keep it alive. A back row swing from Hampton. And Mambu works it through off the right hand of Haley Pierce. Point Georgia Tech.
Fyodorovic stepped in and called mine to take the set. Ratchet from middle back. Asking for it, put it tight, and no big deal. Took the swing off the block as Mambu.
Hampton goes soft over the top.
Fantastic change up. So she
Chelsea
looked,
Thorpe.
my bad.
No, that was on me.
So Thorpe looked like she was going to swing, drop the tip shot. That's how you play a little accordion game with Georgia Tech's defense.
Thorpe, her second year at North Carolina, began her career at Ohio State. Good spot. Point Georgia Tech right there in the hole from Deandra Pierce.
You see Georgia Tech trying to get the middles involved, and that was a good changeup. As we just saw Thorpe do a little tip shot, Pierce is like, why not try it myself?
Julia Bollinger has come in for North Carolina. She began the year in the starting lineup. She's been coming off the bench, though, in ACC play. Middle, Jackie Taylor, no question.
Talking to Coach Shaw, we talked about pure execution. If UNC can pass, they have weapons across the net. I thought the ball was going out to Hampton, and Barrett put one for Taylor for that rip.
Taylor serving. Suarez to Pierce on the slide. Block from North Carolina stands tall. A second rip. And point Georgia Tech, Mimi Mambu. Great spot.
Wiley, to even think about that angle to rip, you have to be good. Watch the elevation, inside high snap to kiss that sideline.
Bialeski at the line. Gets the overpass on the serve. And Deandra Pierce cleans it up.
This is good news for Georgia Tech, Wiley. You can see them settling into the speed of the offense. Carolina set the tempo, and now you see Georgia Tech playing a little fearless, loose, staying with that aggressive, fast contact.
Swings have been on point from both teams. North Carolina hitting 500. Georgia Tech over 440. And a big swing from Anya Feodorovich. And the lead is cut to 2.
On Georgia Tech squad on the court right now, you have 3 freshmen. This is a welcome to ACC volleyball moment when you have a strong team. You can see just settling into the match.
Oh, what a swing. Sophie Hampton.
I think the best thing after that swing, she went up, Hampton went up to her setter Barrett and said, great set delivery.
They may need to sub in a new volleyball here as Sophie Hampton melts one. North Carolina with the lead.
Imagine a place where each one of us can leave a heel print on the world around us, where the success of the team starts with you. That's Carolina. Imagine your heel print.
Let's order boring, overpriced food for the gang.
Hey guys, try Little Caesar's cheesesteak crazy puffs instead.
They're only $3.99. Can't beat that in this economy.
Cheesesteak? Little Caesars is the real deal.
Any other advice?
Yes, avoid highways. Now, Saquon?
No,
Now?
there's a car right there.
What's a car? Try new cheesesteak crazy puffs for $3.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza. Just a grabber. He's here.
What do you think happens when you die? Time to find out.
Radar, only in theaters Friday.
O'Keefe Gymnasium, the North Carolina Tar Heels with the lead. And they put together a really impressive season thus far. 12-2, undefeated in the ACC. You can see their highest ranking since 2017. And Keely, we asked Coach Mike Shaw about what he's liked the most from his team this year. He says, first and foremost, he feels like everyone is everyone else's biggest fans. They have a tremendous culture, and he thinks that's one of the reasons they've gotten off to such a great start.
One thing Coach Shaw is known for is development, and I think when your players know they're getting better and they're watching their teammates getting better, you have no choice but to become a fan.
Feodorovich beats it through Taylor and Shutter. I beg your pardon, Laney Smith and Shutter. But, you know, Keely, you look at these 2 schedules for these 2 teams, they're a little different. Georgia Tech, they faced 7 teams that are currently ranked in the top 25. Meanwhile, North Carolina, they did face Florida when they were number 11 and swept them, but the Gators have since fallen out of the top 25, so they have not played anybody currently in the rankings. And a perfect swing there going left side from Bianca Garibaldi. And she was complaining about something, but she got the call.
A net violation. She took that ball wide, so her contact, the hit, went a little left, but you got a net violation by UNC.
Ooh, tough acrobatic push from Hampton. And the block from Garibaldi. And the Yellow Jackets have pulled even after trailing by as many as 6.
Always locked in, Garibaldi. That ball was coming over as a free ball on that little tip send. Got it.
Velez serving. Bobbitt goes to Smith on the slide. Georgia Tech block again. Fyodorovich right off of Emily Bobbitt, and Georgia Tech with their first lead in this first set.
Georgia Tech is dropping the height in which they're setting Fyodorovich. That ball is hardly clearing the antenna, trying to force any type of look seam. Nice line shot put away by Fyodorovich.
Velez looks to continue a 4-0 run for Georgia Tech.
The matchup in this service pattern, you got Hampton on the outside against setter Suarez. You need a point. I'm going outside if I'm the setter.
Bobbitt goes right side. Back throw to Spagno, point Georgia Tech.
Young players adjusting quite nicely, taking that rip. You got freshman Despagna. Good pickup by Velez, reverse set, kill Despagna.
Trying to fill that big hole on the right side. Larissa Mendez out for the year, and Despagna was charged with stepping in, the freshman from Italy. She's had some really great moments this year, Keeley, 20 kills against Ole Miss. But now with this playing time opportunity, Georgia Tech needs her to click every night.
Coach Collier says with Despagna, she's got the arm on the right side. Now it's taking a left side player, making her more comfortable. My brother-in-law played 9 years in the NFL. He got moved late in his career to the left side. He was a tackle. He said you just see the game differently, and then you see Despagna making that adjustment on the approach, really trying to get the ball going over her shoulder. It's a whole different ball game on your approach. So settling it in with these young players.
And there you can see the injuries for Georgia Tech. Ital Lupio in concussion protocol. Anna Bozy with a strain, bit of a stress fracture, and then Larissa Mendez and Liv Mogridge both out for the year. And you look at Mendez and Mogridge, I mean, Keely, those are arguably Georgia Tech's 2 most experienced players on the roster, along with Deandra Pierce.
Each 3-year starters between Mendez and Mogridge. The good news for Georgia Tech is that they're very deep in their youth, bringing in 10 freshmen, coming in strong.
And again, Keely, I don't think there's any question of the talent, but we talked about it some on Friday. Georgia Tech, they're going to have to try and thread the needle here if they want to make the NCAA tournament for a 6th consecutive year. I think the thought right now is the RPI is in such good shape, but they've got to find a way to get 500 in ACC play. That'll get them over 500 on the season. And the swing from Hampton, a touch long, point Tech, and the run continues for the Yellow Jackets, 6-0.
I thought that was the right decision. Out of the timeout, get Hampton the ball. You set her again, I think she should take the ball line for her kill.
That media timeout at the 15-point mark might have been the best thing for Georgia Tech. And we got a net violation, point Georgia Tech.
You see Georgia Tech coming out fearlessly. They're relying that home court advantage. You have young players adjusting to the speed and pace, but looking like the pressure's off because they know UNC's ranked 23rd.
Hampton, great dig from Velez. Fyodorovich making an 8-0 run for Georgia Tech.
You first have the dig, Velez laying out, and then a skip step right there, getting that ball for the middle usage of the block. Saw movement, Fyodorovich took advantage.
And finally, a rally-breaking win for North Carolina. Sophie Hampton snaps an 8-0 run.
And notice where the shot went. It went line. Instead of working cross court at Velez, Southampton, even an off-speed shot, took the ball line to come up with the kill.
Hampton now serving. Velez off the light. That's a live ball. And Luis Suarez behind the head drops it. Oh my gosh, look at that smile.
So the ball went up off this dig, hit the ceiling, and came down. Perfect location, still in it. Suarez with the send over.
It almost landed on top of one of the light fixtures. You can still see it swinging above our heads. And an ace. The Yellow Jackets up by 6.
They get them in August. You're trying to create that type of connection. Suarez and equally Charatot, the second setter, has done an excellent job fighting hard, developing that connection.
So North Carolina, if they want to try and make a late run at this set, what do they have to do, Keely?
You have to come back and play aggressively on that attack, but it starts with the pass. You see right there, the breakdown the pass, can't do much.
Well, Velez a bump set, goes to Fiodorovic. Suarez to the middle, and that kisses the line, point Georgia Tech.
Setter Suarez, 13 on that hug. Doing an excellent job dropping the height on Garibaldi's set. You don't have to go high with Garibaldi, you just have to go fast because she's up. That creates the block not able to set up, and then defense can't set up around it.
It is remarkable. Since that timeout, North Carolina led 15-12. Since then, 11 of the last 12 points have gone to the Yellow Jackets. And a tool from Haley Pierce, point North Carolina. They needed that desperately.
Notice where Pierce also took that kill. We'll watch it throughout the match. It was line. It wasn't cross court, working the hands of the block and even that right side for defense.
And now Maddie May at the service line. In the middle, Garibaldi again. She's got 5 kills now on 7 swings. And it is set point.
Just getting started. The height distribution. It's a pop fast out of the hand, not high, low enough because Garibaldi is pure speed.
Fiodorovic with an ace to close out a furious second half set run for the Yellow Jackets. For that timeout, Keely, they hit in the negative after the timeout. And that serve is long. Second service error of the match for Georgia Tech, points in North Carolina.
I'm sure Garibaldi wants that one back, but that takes away of your serve receive pass if you're UNC getting that quick side out.
Mom boom. Mom boom.
I like it, why? You see Mambu, she took her body and stayed with cross court. Last second turned it line, getting kills up the line as well.
On the right side, there's Chelsea Thorpe.
Thorpe was the hot hand in that first set. She had 4 kills, hitting 800. You know, early on, looking at the scouting report, looking at your stats, you communicate that as a coach to your setter.
Into the net. Service error from Jackie Taylor. Tied at 2. That's the first service error for North Carolina today.
With Georgia Tech, you feel it's more of excitement. You're the underdog type of nerve settling in. With UNC, you can see a little tightness happening. Hopefully they can settle in if you're a Tar Heel fan.
Great swing from the outside that time. Sophie Hampton with the kill.
Hitting the ball line, that's got to be where you place the set. Give her that line shot look. It's open court. Sophie Hampton knew where she could find a kill.
Emily Bobbitt, part of the 6-2 system North Carolina has run this year.
Woo, good set.
Fiodorovic will collect the kill. Lainey Smith did all she could, couldn't keep it alive.
You'd setter Suarez put a dime, a spin set delivery from the middle of the court. Watch the skip set, boom! Dime on the money for Fjodorovic to put away.
Violation there against Georgia Tech, point North Carolina.
The net was moving.
Uh-huh.
The ball was off the net. The attacker was off the net, so that must have been a Georgia Tech blocker violation.
I think it got Bialeski maybe.
I think it's Suarez.
Suarez. And the block from North Carolina beginning to resurface here. Lauren Shutter.
You see Lainey Smith, 23, on your screen, going on the right side block. You almost feel with Smith, she's like, set my way, please. Loves to own that block on that line.
Lainey Smith, she led North Carolina with 6 blocks on Friday against Clemson. Espano looking for hands, didn't get them.
You know what, Coach Collier might use her challenge, seeing if there was a touch or a net violation. The net was moving.
Georgia Tech is challenging a touch at the end of the play.
Riley, personally, I didn't see a touch as much as I saw a net motion.
Betsy Smith, our referee at the monitor.
Yeah, so you can see on Despagna's swing, it's clear as the blocker's hand. So off the touch, you're not going to see that called, but is there any type? Nope.
So I think the net was already moving by the time they're going up.
Right, you see the bounce of the net prior, correct?
The right hand of Shutter, maybe?
I'm thinking the ball cleared both the blockers, and then, of course, Sophie Hampton,
like
middle back, didn't touch it on that defense. But at what point did the net start moving is the question.
Yeah, because it was moving before North Carolina's block rose. Call's been made one way or the other. Here's Betsy Smith.
The call is confirmed, the ball is out.
North Carolina with an early lead here in the second set, 6-3, after we jumped out to a 12-6 advantage in the first set before Georgia Tech came from behind. And the junior from Jessup, Maryland, Sophie Hampton, serving. And Eloise Suarez cleans up the overpass and finds a way to block North Carolina.
That's for me the easiest block setup as a setter. You just go where the pass is and turn in with penetration. Nice effort on that block by Suarez.
Maybe that'll have a few more overpasses, Keely.
That's really, in college, the only way I got to block. Overseas, I became a much better blocker.
Yes. Garibaldi down the middle.
It's coming, Wiley. Garibaldi's connection with Suarez. We are just seeing it in the last 2 matches really connect. Suarez a couple matches ago was going a lot higher. Now you see that's a faster pop low for the speed of Garibaldi.
Fjodorovic right into the wall. Lauren Shutter and Lainey Smith.
Yeah, that big block right there. You had Smith with the setup, Shutter with the close. The block had extra hang time. Georgia Tech's cover was just a little more shallow.
To the middle. Garibaldi did not get any fingertips. Point North Carolina.
There's a little deja vu of the first set coming out. So you see UNC now settling in, more confident with their block setup, holding their own as they settle in their offense.
Maddie May, team captain, serving. Back row, Hampton. Benles keeps it up. And Suarez gets it over. Another great dig from Suarez. Free ball. To another free ball. Yodorovic. She got hands, and what a point for Georgia Tech.
Pure effort on that. You have the dig, but Velez, libero, coming all the way off the court to make this save. Georgia Tech hanging on for that final free ball. Touch delivery, Fyodorovic.
Fyodorovic now swinging, serving rather. Pierce is blocked. D'Espagno.
ACC Volleyball coming at you. Strong blocks on each side. You have D'Espagno, 21, getting the line set up, taking away the shot, knowing that Pierce was trying to work the line.
Suarez goes to the outside, and Mambu. And we are tied at 8.
Just loving this game. Georgia Tech's block setting up. That causes the blockers looking different, but that was a great set and finish by Mambu.
Mambu again. Missed it wide, point North Carolina.
Velez took that bump set and kept the tempo low. I think Mambu was waiting for a higher one, but that's a deep breath. Take a deep breath if you're UNC. Get that side out, you're still in this match.
Pierce, little flat-footed, but finds a way to roll it off the back line.
Pierce, outside hitter, 33, as she turns. Recognize where the defense was setting up. Saw open court, 6'3", high extension, just went for a shot.
And an ace from North Carolina.
Setter Barrett with experience, 3 years wearing the UNC uniform, coming in strong, settling her team down on that ace.
After a 3-0 run for Georgia Tech, now a 3-0 run for North Carolina. Cross court to Pierce. And D'Espagno somehow drops it just inside the tape. Haley Pierce can't believe it.
Wiley, I have a feeling D'Espagno, 21 on the right side, is just getting started. A left side player now settling into watching attackers now with a different view, playing on the right.
On the middle. And Jackie Taylor is long, point Georgia Tech.
Jackie Taylor tried to go deep on the line shot, not creating enough top spin to get it. It's a one-on-one look. I still like it as an option.
There's Jackie Taylor, this time going down and vertical.
Like I said, the one-on-one look. You have Jackie Taylor. I love Barrett going right back to her. That's how you give a hitter confidence. It was the right idea. Let's do it again, getting the kill.
All ACC freshman team last year for the sophomore from Miami. D'Espagno, what'd you say, just getting started?
She is. Just watching the ball come over to her right shoulder to make that swing. Fantastic set delivery, trusting out of system. D'Espagno would be ready.
5 different Yellow Jackets with 3 or more kills. And that serve is wide from D'Espagno.
You stay in the fight if you're UNC. You have now shutter it. Back in your front row. Hampton still a strong block. This is a good block row presence. Georgia Tech needs to stick a pass and go fast with Pierce if they can.
Can't stick that pass. Service ace from Jackie Taylor.
Like we said, with UNC, the target's on their back because they're the high rank. Well, the serving target right now, the ball is being served at Fyodorovic, freshman outside hitter without shame.
Back to her. That one's wide right, though. Good read by Fyodorovic.
I think Fyodorovic went a little more to the sideline on that serve receive pass. Like, okay, you're going to serve me. I'm going to give you a little sliver to work with.
Now Loda Bialeski, freshman from Brazil. Bump set Velez. What a dig from Velez. May tees up Hampton. Just missed it long.
Best thing about that play for Georgia Tech, 27. Fyodorovic played the defense, or her attack on the setter Barrett.
Mike Shaw wants a second look at this. Thinking Hampton might have caught a couple of fingertips.
North Carolina is challenging. There's a touch on the play.
What it looked to me on the live is that Hampton went flat with her hand, trying to catch the blocker's fingers, so there was no rotation. A lot of times if the fingers do touch, it slows down the rotation, so. It's just how Hampton hit it. She hit it a little flatter, didn't create so much topspin with the ball. But I'm thinking the ball cleared the blocker's hand, that this play should be confirmed.
What you're saying is normally you see that rotation on the way down, you think, oh, it must have touched something, but because of the way Hampton struck the ball, there was already going to be less rotation than you might expect.
Exactly, she went a little flatter. So instead of creating the snap over at the contact, she's going flat and then watch her hand drop late. That's a look as an outside hitter, like you're trying to test the blocker's hands.
Looking right hand for Pierce, perhaps, is where the focus is going to be. Middle blocker for Georgia Tech. It's hard to tell.
I'm thinking the last look, it looked like there was motion, but on the previous looks, you could tell the ball was over the block.
So the call will be reversed. Touch on the block. North Carolina will retain their challenge, and then there'll be a media timeout.
So with that, North Carolina a 15-12 lead here in the second set. That's just where they stood when they lost the first set. See if North Carolina can finish it off when we come back.
Players, and because she's gone through all the battles now to be a starter dominant player in the ACC.
You think of a player like Bridget Malone, who hasn't had a chance to play too much as a freshman for North Carolina. Perhaps she can look at Sophie Hampton, for example, and what her future could be. Fyodorovic is blocked. Bialeski with a dig. A second swing. Now a third. And there it is.
I love the encouragement you get from Coach Collier. If the ball is at the net, they encourage the middle Pierce to take it. Go ahead, take that set, given the final finish for Fyodorovic.
That's 8 kills for Anya Fyodorovic today. That leads all players. And that time, Lainey Smith just muscles it through the block.
Lainey Smith plays on the right side, but that swing and that serve receive pattern, she plays and attacks on the left, work the attack at the moving middle.
Smith at a Triangle Volleyball Club in Durham, North Carolina, Chapel Hill High School grad. Left the Tar Heel State for a year to play at Illinois last fall, then arrived back at North Carolina now as a sophomore. Lob it to Pierce. Off the lips. Big swing there from the right side. Lainey Smith again.
So much power. She gets a hold of that on that swing, Smith putting it right back. If your hands are pre-locked down as a defender, it's hard to come up at the last second.
Pierce. Theodorovich tried to go soft, and Lauren Shutter sniffed that out and flushed it.
Shutter stayed in the rally, went all the way over to the other side of the antenna with that extra hang time, getting some pats on the back from both coaches and teammates.
Well, North Carolina, a 3-0 run out of the timeout here. The selection show.
And the ACC is loaded top to bottom, so even UNC coming in to Georgia Tech, you just cannot overlook any team in ACC volleyball.
So Softy Hampton surfing out of timeout, and it is long.
Bialeski playing a little dodgeball, thought about passing that, and then last second turned out.
That was a real difference in the match against Duke. Duke had double-digit service errors on the night. And knocked down by Theodorovich.
Oh, feeling that energy. That's how you like knock it out of your system a little bit when you come up with a huge play, that hang time in the block. I think that's going to settle in her offense now for Theodorovich.
21 assists for Eloise Suarez. And Pierce earns the tool off D'Espagno.
Pierce doing a good job working movement on the blocker's hands. The swing is going at the final close of the middle blocker. Nicely done by Pierce.
She doesn't look like she's in her first season as an outside at the college level. She was at Virginia Tech the last 2 years and played on the right side. Deep corner, nailed it. Bullseye from D'Espagno.
D'Espagno so powerful, going to the deep corner. Very comfortable on the outside with this swing, seen with vision, even with the block, kissing that back corner.
D'Espagno stuffed.
That was so pretty on the block. It was either going to be a kill fast or a block because D'Espagno went with everything she had, but this is the blocking discipline. Watch the penetration, all hands by Pierce and Taylor on the other side of Georgia Tech's court.
North Carolina at the 20-point mark. Zoe Barrett serving. Cross court, Mambu goes long.
That was a much better pass, but Georgia Tech needs a timeout because the Tar Heels are really getting the other team out of system to get their strong block set up.
North Carolina dominated the block the last time these two teams met last November, 12-6. D'Espagno stuffed again. Mambu. Chelsea Thorpe, there she is down the line. Point North Carolina.
Yes, Thorpe coming in with that competitive spirit. Waited for that ball to come over that shoulder to take it line. That's a good right-handed swing down that power.
Played every set last year. Maddie May, the team's captain, said Chelsea Thorpe similar to another captain. As Georgia Tech responds, but time is not on their side here in the second set. They need a run, and they'll try and do it with Garibaldi at the line serving.
If Mimi Mambu keeps the ball in front of her on the approach, she has angles to work with, seen around the block.
Thorpe is stuffed. Pierce along with D'Espagno.
Volleyball is a simple game as far as like volleyball 101, the serve and pass. If you break down on your serve receive, you see Barrett running off the court, the block sets up. They know exactly where that's going. Pierce clamped on that close.
Garibaldi with an ace.
Georgia Tech shifting their serving target strategy, going right at Pierce the whole match. They've gone at Hampton, now forcing a timeout.
Timeout affected Garibaldi at the service line at all. North Carolina led by 6. Now a 3-0 run from the Yellow Jackets here in the second set. Shirley Collier talking with Betsy Smith about the lineup on the North Carolina side. Pierce, May digs it. A joust. And that's a net violation against the Tar Heels. Georgia Tech's cut it to 2.
Fantastic job out of the timeout. Garibaldi still found Pierce all the way over. Little extra net violation on the way down on that tight set.
And Georgia Tech continue to tighten the screws here in the second set. No. Despite her best effort trying to go underneath the net. Big swing from Haley Pierce. North Carolina needed that point.
Setter Barrett took that tight set and tight pass and made a nice set out to Pierce.
And now it's Pierce at the line.
Yep.
And a service ace from Haley Pierce earns the Tar Heels set point as they continue to attack Feodorovich down the right side.
How big is that serving target? You're like wearing it, like you're going to the store Target.
Yeah.
It's coming at you, Feodorovich.
Shelley Collier giving Feodorovich a little more advice there as Pierce goes to her again. A better pass. Despano terminates.
Man, you're looking at it. So if Feodorovich, if she can continue to lock in, mentally know you're coming, stick the pass. Watch it, give a good enough pass to Suarez. She's producing a good set for the finish.
Still set point for the Tar Heels. Barrett to Thorpe. Velez digs it. Cross court. Free ball for Carolina. The middle, and Taylor is stuffed. Deandra Pierce says not yet.
Oh, it was a free ball send on that previous rotation. Pierce held strong, recognized with vision, good jump back to her right, taking away Taylor's left shot.
And now Despano. And into the net. That ends the set, a service error. So as we begin the third set, it'll be Zoe Barrett at the line for North Carolina, and away we go. And the first big swing from Garibaldi is long, point North Carolina.
Coach Collier thinking about it and reaching for her challenge.
Wow, the very first point of the third set. And look, for Georgia Tech, one thing they're trying to do right now is get off to a better
Georgia
start.
Tech is challenging. There was a touch at the end of the play.
I think the pass, how good was that pass? It was right at the net. Suarez could do anything she wants, and still she went aggressive to set the middle. That's exactly what we saw deja vu into the first set.
All right, so we'll take a look at it here.
Looks like you're going to look for Taylor, 21, middle blocker. That's where the ball is crossing. Possibly her right hand.
Yeah. It can get so grainy when you got to zoom in that close from that far away. Here's the reverse angle.
Nice zoom on that. You're looking for the right hand fingertips. I'm not seeing it, why? And possibly, but I think Taylor actually did a good job to hold strong fingers on that. Even if it touched barely, she kept her fingers strong.
We were talking about Miami. Jackie Taylor's got some ties to Miami. Her mother, Jackie, a soccer star at Miami, and then her father, the late Sean Taylor, a great football player at Miami.
If she touched it, it was barely, but I think it will stand as far as not conclusive evidence either way.
Taking a long look at it, which, to your point, Keely, usually means there's going to be some difficulty finding conclusive evidence.
It looks like her right pointer finger. That's where the ball's actually fully crossing. Taylor holding strong, though, on that block.
Looks like the review process is complete. And first the call relayed to the official scores. Looked like Eloise Suarez had a question for the other referee. Here's the call.
All right, calls confirmed. The ball is out.
So point North Carolina.
Coach Collier pretty confident in that. But I think, like the video showed, Taylor did a good job holding strength in the fingers. So even if the ball came off, her fingers were strong enough not to show it.
And Eloise Suarez talking now with our other referee, Stephen Webster. What do you think this is about, Keely, after they've done the replay review? Oh. Yeah, the yellow card there has come out.
One thing when you're on the court, if you hear the blocker yell touch, that's one thing. So if Suarez heard the blocker call touch, that's what she could be arguing. Nice.
Maddie May somehow keeps it alive. And that time there are hands from Despaño.
Sometimes you need a call you're not happy with to wake you up. Nice job on that set. Down the line, Despaño taking it.
Fiodorovic now serving for Georgia Tech. Who can pass in this third set? That's the question. Mambu's got the hands.
Nice job, Mambu, changing her shot. You remember she's been going hard cross inside the block. This one, she took it flatter into the blocker's hands, kept the ball in front of her for that rip and usage of the block.
A little bit near collision there on the Carolina side. And Fiodorovic cannot run it down. A big swing there from Chelsea Thorpe as she roars into her teammates.
Thorpe is competing and asking for the ball on the outside, wanted it, knew she had power, giving a thumbs up to her setter Barrett.
Fiodorovic, tough pass. Free ball's got to come over. Hampton is blocked by Despaño. A second rip, there it is, Sophie Hampton. And she points right towards Jackie Taylor.
Nice job. Pure hugs and laughter on that swing. Nice swing on the cover ball. That's a bump set and a dig. Count it as both if you're Thorpe.
Another tough pass on the Georgia Tech side. Free ball coming for North Carolina. Barrett feeds the right side. And Despaño gets the tool, point Georgia Tech, even at 3.
Nice reversal of the set. It was a scramble ball. Carolina definitely had the advantage. You see Georgia Tech's pass and serve receive, the last two have not been great. Shoulders on the angle weren't there on that.
Garibaldi, the sophomore from Argentina, serving. Hampton goes soft, and soft from Sophie Hampton works.
Nice job, change up. You saw Pierce, Georgia Tech's blocker, reach back for it. Thought she had a play, but if you don't get that ball high enough, your defense commits. Sophie Hampton, nice kill.
Free ball. And Thorpe, a vicious swing down the line, beats Belez.
Setter Barrett is lined up 3 times with Thorpe. If you're a setter, you feel that competitive spirit, the energy of the hitter that's on right now. And that, my friends, is Thorpe coming up with her 8th kill, hitting 400.
And that serve is long. Claudio Pinheiro getting in there with a Pele kick on that serve.
He's like, I'm from Brazil. We cross-train in Brazil with a little soccer. Football.
Football. Between that and studying physics in college, Claudio Pinheiro, a man of many talents. Hampton works it all the way across. Tremendous power from Hampton. You know, Keely, it feels like we haven't seen the middles feature too much on either side here recently.
For Georgia Tech, it's the passing breakdown. For UNC, they know they're getting a lot of kills toward the antenna, the pin attackers. Correct.
Suarez to Mambu, and she is blocked. Lauren Shutter right in the middle of it. It's hard not to appreciate Lauren Shutter's story. Just 13 matches the last 2 years at North Carolina after redshirting at Michigan State. Now she has become a starter for the Tar Heels. This is her 10th start today. That serve is long. Point Georgia Tech.
She's got a good block set up on her right side, and all Shutter loves to do is close last second with extra penetration. Love to see that energy on the court.
Comes from a small town in Kansas, Alma, Texas. She had just 29 total students in her graduating class from high school.
I bet she was the best volleyball player.
You bet she was. She was #1 in all of Kansas, according to the rankings. And what a swing there from Anya Fiodorovic. May not be from Kansas, but they can play some volleyball in Poland too.
Feeling that energy, you got the good dig first, good layout, Bialeski bump set, and Fiodorovic saw open court inside of Shutter's block.
Bialeski now serving for the Yellow Jackets. Bobbitt, Hampton, point Tar Heels, and Sophie Hampton, she has got the hot hand right now. That is 11 kills to lead all hitters so far today.
Sophie Hampton's, her kills are going off the block and down the line. That's where she knows as she's getting kills, hitting 375, figuring out her points.
I feel like in that first set it was Chelsea Thorpe who had the hot hand. Now it's Sophie Hampton for the Heels. Who can Georgia Tech go to? And how about Anya Fiodorovic working it underneath the block from Lainey Smith?
That was a risky attack. She was fortunate, Fiodorovic, to catch Smith falling down on that block.
Lainey Smith says, got one back.
Fantastic pass. So out of that pattern, you stick the pass, you can work antenna to antenna. Good setback by Bobbitt.
Tar Heels running the 6-2. Emily Bobbitt, along with Zoe Barrett, two setters. Strong swing, point Georgia Tech. Fiodorovic, she's now got 11 kills, matching Hampton.
Fiodorovic does an excellent job thinking as she's going to swing. Saw movement in the middle close, works different shots. That's impressive for a freshman. Wow.
Wow, what a swing. Lainey Smith with a rocket launcher. A little flex as she heads off the court.
Setter Bobbitt put that one right on the line. There was a sliver. Georgia Tech's trying to block line and still finding it is Smith.
So Thorpe is in. So is Zoe Barrett, who serves. Velez Suarez a little off balance, but tees it up. Fiodorovic went soft. Great dig from Suarez. Now a free ball and a point for Georgia Tech on the overpass.
Very hopeful for Georgia Tech to stay in the fight. Currently, I think UNC's got the offensive advantage. Georgia Tech's just fighting hard and staying together. That is key if you're gonna fight for an upset.
Yeah, North Carolina concerned with a bit of moisture there on the floor on the far side. Fiodorovic, though, 11 kills. Friday night against Duke, she had a season-high 17 kills and hit over 300. She's doing it again today.
Last time in this rotation, the ball went outside to Thorpe. We'll see if they do it again.
There's Thorpe. Back row swing. Hampton is blocked. Put back over. Oh, what a rally here. At the net, a Charleston point, Georgia Tech. Garibaldi cleans it up.
Oh, Garibaldi was on 3 of those net plays. Given a high five, all heart as a competitor. Watch that final. Ball's clear in the net. You have a free right to play it as a blocker.
Played with the Argentinian national team, the U19, this past summer, where she was named the best middle blocker in the South American Cup.
North Carolina is challenging a net violation at the end of the play.
And we'll see if Garibaldi and her teammates hit the net or stayed away from it.
There was net moving, right?
Yes.
So it's all a part of, did the ball cause it on the previous rally? Was it the blocker at the end? Great.
Oh, that is
usage.
clue. I don't know, Keely.
Yeah, that's the,
That net is bobbing.
and that's after the block touches. So it's the right arm you're seeing of Garibaldi in pink, the blocker, swiping late on that net to get the net to bounce.
Yeah, that looks like a net violation, doesn't it?
Totally. Good usage of your challenge, of your Coach Shaw.
And that net's not moving beforehand. That's what we saw in the last net violation challenge, was that the net was moving, yes, but it had happened earlier in the point. They just showed it on the video board here inside O'Keefe, and some North Carolina fans standing up and applauding. So our guess is that this is going to be to North Carolina.
In Georgia Tech's huddle right now, the communication, Garibaldi knows she touched it on her arm, so you tell your coach quickly, like, yeah, coach, I got it. That won't be the angle on this look because you're behind the blocker. The previous angle we saw was better.
The call's been made. This ought to make it North Carolina an 11-9 lead. They played from in front throughout this match. It was Georgia Tech sort of stealing that first set late to give us a 1-1 score.
The call will be reversed. Net violation on number 5. North Carolina will retain their challenge.
No argument at all by Garibaldi, and she's patting her setter on the back. Give me the set is what she's asking for.
So Haley Pierce will serve. Junior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Making her 7th straight start here this afternoon. Espana tries to go soft. Suarez to the outside now. Mambu did not catch any fingertips. Point North Carolina.
That's a right idea. Testing your line shot, just a little mishit on the hand, taking it wide. I'm going back to the middle if I get a pass if your setter Suarez for Tech.
And that is wide left. So point Georgia Tech on the service error. And Keely, you look at the numbers so far in this third set. Georgia Tech hitting below 200. North Carolina is hitting over 500. They've yet to make an attack error. In the middle, overpass. And Sophie Hampton again. Give her a dozen kills now this afternoon.
What you look for with Carolina is if Barron, the setter, is at the net running the offense. If she is, then she can run all 3 options, making Georgia Tech's block really hard to get any type of setup.
Velez with a good pass. Pierce in the middle, point Georgia Tech.
You almost feel with Georgia Tech setter Suarez waiting for that pass. Pierce or Garibaldi in the middle, that's a kill for you. So you need something at the net to get that set off for that delivery.
North Carolina's challenging that the ball was out at the end of the play.
So you'll be looking at the swing of Pierce. North Carolina's checking to see if it was wide.
Yeah, we'll see how close it is. See Mike Shaw is right on top of him. You can see his head in the bottom left. That looks in though, Keely, don't you think?
Yeah, you're not seeing any part of the blue court. It's clearly in on that view.
officials confirm the ball is in. North Carolina will lose their challenge.
What a nice guy, giving a thumbs up.
Mike Shaw is not phased. So Noemi D'Espagno at the line. And that serve is way long.
With your challenges and with your timeouts, that could, even if you lose your challenges, that counts as a delay, right? That's a good
no
time
doubt.
to ice the server. Just throwing one of your challenges, why not?
Both teams have served aggressively today. On the slide, Pierce. Where does Bobbitt go? To Hampton, why not? Oh, what a dig from Velez. And Mimi Mambu, along with Suarez, cashes it in.
Mambu's like, let me go ahead and clean up that line shot connection with their hand. Good layout by Velez, coming all the way over. Good line for the look.
That is now 10 digs for Velez. Georgia Tech has 29 digs so far in this match.
Can they make a run is the question. Stopping this offense, currently hitting 500.
Velez did all she could, but Sophie Hampton is too much. So for the third consecutive set, North Carolina will take a 15-12 lead into the timeout.
Many weapons across the board, and Carolina's doing a much better job passing.
Yeah, Hampton and Thorpe have combined for 21 kills. And a service error out of the timeout, point Georgia Tech.
Good news for Georgia Tech. You got Garibaldi coming back to the front row, the emotional leader along the net. I'm thinking if you get any type of pass, why not go as fast as you can and get Garibaldi a set?
Well, it was with Velez at the line where she authored a 7-0 run to win that first set. Wow. Good pass. Great swing, Lainey Smith.
Okay. Emily Bobbitt with the high hand pick up on the dig. That saved the rally right there. And then the final kill, of course, coming by Smith, but that was great defense.
It's now 7 kills for Lainey Smith today. And a block up front, Jackie Taylor on Fyodorovic.
You're looking at the right front setup. Smith and Thorpe, both 6'3" blockers to get the setup, forces Georgia Tech to get a timeout, because if you pass, you're going into the job that you would like. He goes, the only one I would go back for is UNC. And then look what happened.
Fyodorovic, no hands. Point North Carolina out of the timeout.
The right idea, Fyodorovic going high into the block, because the block was there with good penetration. Just missed it a little high.
Maddie May serving. In the middle, oh, Garibaldi couldn't quite get the swing she wanted off on it. In North Carolina, Jackie Taylor flush it down. A 6-point edge for the Tar Heels now.
It's out of system, and for Garibaldi, you just have to set it a little flatter to give yourself a chance.
Maddie May, the senior captain, still serving. Fyodorovic trying to get the hands, and she got him this time.
Garibaldi wants the touch shot, but I don't think she's, oh, do we have a line judge? Nope, it's gonna stay with Carolina.
No, Georgia Tech.
Oh, they got the touch,
they
the
said
line
they
judge.
said
Okay.
got the touch, yep.
The far line judge made the call.
Free ball. Middle.
There you go.
And Garibaldi, her 8th kill this afternoon.
It's all about the height. I've played with many attackers like Garibaldi. It's speed, it's not a height game. You go low, watch how low this set comes off. That causes the motion in the block because they're not able to reach their full extension.
Lainey Smith gets the tool, point North Carolina, and they've gotten to the 20-point threshold here in the third set.
Great swing by Smith, using the block. She was going straight power right into Garibaldi.
Velez, good pass. Espano with the kill.
It's a got-to-go moment if you're Georgia Tech as the set's creeping toward the finish. The Espano knows it too, coming up with the kill.
Like you said, North Carolina in a side-out game here. It's Georgia Tech that needs the rally. They've got Fiodorovic at the line. Freshman from Poland. Barrett feeds Pierce. Espano's blocked. Haley Pierce and Jackie Taylor just walling off Espano there. They get the side out.
A complete unit you're seeing with North Carolina. You have the attack and the block set up extra close on that. You have Pierce reaching with her left hand to get it.
Into the net, a service error.
If Carolina continues to pass well, it's going to be hard for Georgia Tech to come back. You got Garibaldi on the service line. That means libero Velez is off the court right now. Garibaldi is it to produce a run if they can.
Good pass. And there's the kill from Thorpe.
Volleyball starts with that first ball contact where you get UNC is sticking the pass right at the net. Setter Barron can do anything that she wants with it.
This will be Julia Bollinger serving now. Deandra Pierce, there's the pass, Keely, and an easy kill in the middle for Georgia Tech. But North Carolina's content to side out the rest of the way here, which is what we've seen in these last few points.
The passing and middle contact was the reason Georgia Tech won that first set. Coming in strong, getting it going. If UNC's, they definitely have the advantage right now. Pierce is doing a much better job with the pass, knowing she's the target.
To Hampton this time. Suarez tries to keep it in, cannot, and now North Carolina on the doorstep of taking this second set, 2 points away.
I think it helps having junior outsider Hampton with junior setter Barron. There's experience there, there's calmness, just quick side out.
Right into the net, a service error.
It's encouraged. A service error, playing aggressive, is definitely encouraged by Mike Shaw. If he doesn't like when he sees 0 errors and 0 aces, he said, we're not serving hard enough.
Well, during this win streak, Keely, again, North Carolina's won 6 in a row. They're actually committing a higher rate of service errors than they did earlier in the year. Like you said, that doesn't tell the whole story. And a kill, Lauren Shutter. Almost can't believe it was right there for a little bit of the Jordan shrug. I guess that makes sense.
Sutter just ready. She's getting a pat on her back by Setter Bobbitt. Out of system slightly. It was only a couple feet off. Nice delivery.
And now set point for the Heels. And on the overpass, Lainey Smith ends it, and North Carolina wins a critical third set, and they take the lead in the match 2-1. The Tar Heels, this is 2 weeks ago. He has not taken the floor since. She is out there now, number 6 in pink. And that serve is long. Point North Carolina. That has been a constant theme today. The Heels have played from ahead in every set thus far. The Yellow Jackets, who weren't with us earlier, rallied late in the first set to win it. And that serve is long. A couple of service errors to start the fourth set.
Looking at the options, I think UNC across the board, you have Hampton, Taylor, and then right side Thorpe. So many options. It comes down to passing.
Hampton tries to go soft. The Yellow Jackets can't control it.
So dangerous. You got the high jumping swing of Hampton on the outside, and last second it was a tight set, went with the changeup into the block.
But to your point, Keely, you've got 3 different UNC players now with 9 kills or more. Hampton, Thorpe, and then Laney Smith there in the middle. Pierce is blocked. Thorpe and Shutter teaming up.
Thorpe is like, thank you very much. Pierce came all the way into the zone where 77 Thorpe could help on that block. Nice job jumping in on it.
Free ball over. Mambu. Too high, point North Carolina. And again, the Heels get out to an early lead.
You saw Heels get really tight in the first set when Georgia Tech had the comeback, and then after, Coach Shaw talked to his team, settled them down, and they continued to stay aggressive.
Suarez backpedaling. Mambu is blocked. And now the block for North Carolina has really emerged, particularly in the last 2 sets.
Coming off, Shutter is doing an excellent job getting the close and the walk back. If that's when you have confidence, bringing it to the court.
Perfect serve, just caught the line. And North Carolina ahead 6-1. They leap out to an early lead. And we will step aside. The Tar Heels looking for a big road win. They've gotten off on the right foot in this 4th set. And Groom is blocked. Again, that's what we have seen a lot of here at the end of the 3rd set and start of the 4th.
Shutter all smiles on that close. Seeing it's out of system, extra hang time, and the right timing of her jump.
And that time Groom earns the tool. And that stops a 6-0 run for the Heels.
That's hopeful for Georgia Tech to get some offense on the right side as they're shifting to a 2-setter offense, putting Despania back in the front row. Shada Tote coming in on that service line.
It'll be Tote to serve, but it kind of tells you a little bit about what Michelle Collier is trying to accomplish. They've run a 5-1 most of the season, but going to a 6-2 here in this set. Back-to-back blocks. Despano, fresh off the bench, into the fire.
That's hopeful for Georgia Tech. So when you take Suarez off the court, Suarez is a good blocker, but Sophie Hampton's been working line. Stronger block, Despano.
Mambu. Oh, Maddie May, beautiful. Hampton, her swing is long. Point Georgia Tech.
Coach Collier is such a chess player of volleyball. Recognizing what her system needs to be and just making right changes. Georgia Tech's gaining a little momentum.
Shout out Tote at the line. This is just the 3rd ACC match she has played in this year. Good pass.
Nice.
Yep, that's it. Lauren Shutter.
Sophie Hampton is like, serve somebody else because I'm passing dimes. Putting this right at the net for Barron to take to Shutter.
So now North Carolina's 2nd setter, Emily Bobbitt, gets an ace. Bialeski couldn't handle it.
Fedorovich with movement on that serve receive pass. When the ball's moving and you're doing a sideways movement with your arm, that equals a shank. You have to be a little more shoulder angles and quieter on your platform to redirect.
We'll go to Fedorovich again, this time overhand. Pierce hangs. A little out of rhythm, but it impacted the Carolina defense.
Notice Fedorovich stepped up to take the serve receive pass with her hands. That got the ball tight enough to run Pierce in the middle.
Now Bialeski at the line. On the slide attack, Lainey Smith. She's now got 10 kills today to go along with 6 blocks.
How nice is this? So we got Lainey Smith able to run off a 1 foot behind the setter, even as a right side. So lethal and dangerous with that power.
Blocked. Oh my goodness. Lauren Shutter. She has been everywhere here so far.
A good blocker going to the pin, takes a nice block setup. So Pierce got the right read, staying a little inside, and then the extra close and walk off on that block is Shutter.
She's matched her season high with 8 blocks. Tight to the net. Maddie May coming in. Back row, Hampton. And it's Deandra Pierce. The middle's been the most consistent source of termination for the Yellow Jackets.
You're totally right. 7 swings, 7 kills for Pierce on 11 swings. Garibaldi, 8 kills on 16 swings. I like the Lainey Smith option on the right side if you get a pass.
Smith with the pass. And outside, Haley Pierce finds the space in the deep corner, in North Carolina up 12-6 now.
That's an over-the-shoulder blind set out for Bobbitt. Great set, giving your hitter a seam on that late close.
Under the net from Maddie May.
Here comes that 6-2 two-setter offense. Suarez back in the front row. Groom coming on the right side. But the question is, can you stop the offense from Carolina?
Yellow Jackets 5 attack errors in this set alone. Pierce, good pass to Bobbitt. And there's Lainey Smith. That's what you were calling for earlier.
It was there, and I would like to see a good set, one-on-one opportunity. Wow. The offense is clicking. It's pure execution on the pass. Lainey Smith, that's an impressive performance you're putting on. 11 kills on 20 swings.
She's tied her season high in kills with 11. Zoe Barrett serves wide right. It's now 12 service errors for North Carolina in this match, but Keeley, how many points have we seen them win with those tough serves and Georgia Tech's inability to pass, even if it hasn't been a true ace?
Yeah, 6 aces on 12, but yeah, causing a lot of chaos for that servicey pass for Tech.
Fiodorovic, a tough serve. And the dig from Fiodorovic. Suarez goes to the right side, and another stuff from the UNC block. That one on Annika Groom.
That's hard to do. Groom's coming off the bench. She's, as a hitter, it takes a little bit to get in your groove. And guess who also knows that? Taylor on that close on the block.
From the middle, and that's Garibaldi with a kill. And the pins right now for Georgia Tech, they're having trouble, but the middle has been scoring.
And I don't think it was on purpose, but UNC served libero Velez, and Velez stuck the pass at the net.
Who will Garibaldi serve here?
Down the line, Pierce.
Scramble. Suarez gets it over. Barrett to Thorpe, who goes soft and right around the campfire. That's a veteran pin right there.
Heads up play, recognizing off blocker defense is Groom, number 6 for Georgia Tech. She just came in fresh in the match, not ready for that defensive motion. Thorpe knows it.
It's Carolina, the first of 15 in every set so far today. Jackie Taylor testing Fiodorovic. Velez. Suarez taps it over. And on the free ball, Carolina scores.
Wow, just impressive. You have down the line swings by Hampton. Fyodorovic serving target, a lot of motion without the shoulder angle.
North Carolina-Miami match, Kelly, you have to wait a while. That's the last one of the year.
Hey, I knew it was coming sometime.
Mimi Mambu out of the timeout.
Mambu is so dangerous when she keeps the ball in front of her. It's crazy. When she goes a little bit under the ball under contact, she doesn't have as much power or angles to work with, but that one working off Hampton.
And for Mimi Mambu, we talked about on Friday, it feels like the way she goes is how Georgia Tech goes. Her hitting percentage today, currently below 150. And when that number is below 150, Keely, the Jackets are 2-6. When it's above, she's 5, or the Yellow Jackets are 5-1. So Carolina's kept a lid on her today as that serve is long.
You got to stay aggressive on the service line, I understand, because the right side combination between Thorpe coming off and Smith coming on is just a non-stop attacking and block delivery.
Lob it from the middle. Fyodorovic tight. And yep, violation coming here against the Yellow Jackets. Point North Carolina. They're closer to the match than they are to Georgia Tech right now, 18-10. A tough serve. And Despagno is long. Point North Carolina. The Heels can feel their 6th consecutive ACC win.
If you're UNC and Coach Shaw, you need to learn that, how to come out from playing tight. After the first set, you start to get a little tight, you settle into your match, you continue to stay aggressive.
Bobbitt goes to Smith, and she's blocked.
He's speaking a little French on that one as outside hitter. Despagno from Italy getting that line look. Finally getting a block set up on a dominant attacker of Lainey Smith.
In the middle, kept alive. Good swing from Shutter. Now it's Hampton's turn. Great dig from Velez. But the block is there. Sophie Hampton gets the Tar Heels to 20.
Guess who's in on the close? We got Shutter coming all the way over. Hampton had the good look, recognizing out of system was Despagno.
Tote and Despagno. Another kill. Gives her 9 today. Moving forward for Georgia Tech, Keely. What have you seen from Despagno on that right side as she continues to get forced into that role with the injury to Larissa Mendez?
I think in 2 weeks we're going to see a dominant Despagno on the right side, just getting comfortable, getting the right tempo. Georgia Tech's from a week ago dropped the tempo of the set going to the right side. It was a little higher, now it's lower, creating a lot more opportunities for Despagno.
Well, we haven't given Maddie May her due yet, but she has been such a huge piece of this Carolina program the last 4 years. She's played every set. Team captain, and talked to some over at North Carolina, the toughest student athlete on the entire campus, regardless of sport, number 25 for the Tar Heels.
Maddie May, 9 kills, 9 digs. She would love 9 kills, but 9 digs in this match is really owning left back, forcing Georgia Tech to hit differently as she high-fives all of her teammates with such strong leadership.
Tell you what, if there was ever a libero who'd find a way to get 9 kills, if that's what it took, it'd probably be Maddie May. Lainey Smith, no hands, Point Tech.
That's a tap on the chest, next ball moment, knowing that you have the huge advantage. Lainey Smith's hitting .364 in this match.
But I think that will continue to be the story here as long as North Carolina continues to go out and win, is where can they finish in the ACC, right? In the deepest league in the country, at least in that conversation. Perfect placement from Laney Smith, and there's a season-high 12 kills for number 23 in the Carolina Blue.
For UNC, as you head into ACC Volleyball, you have the weapons, you have the intelligence, as you see that one going long with Smith on the tip shot. It's all about your passing game. You continue to execute, work that in practice, good things can happen.
Groom gets a swing, and deep corner, she hits it.
Groom so comfortable on the outside, not as comfortable as the right side, but that battle to stay on the court will be on the right side this year. Nice swing to that deep corner, coming inside, getting it. Wow.
Wow, Velez somehow keeps it alive. Middle swing, middle point, Jackie Taylor.
I'm not sure how Velez picked up that first dig. Thorpe putting on a strong one, and Velez laying out, but that second opportunity by Taylor is going straight to the floor.
North Carolina can see the finish line. Haley Pierce serving. Big swing from Garibaldi.
Wiley, that's hopeful for Georgia Tech. That's what won the first match. A better pass, getting the middles, both Garibaldi and Pierce involved and taking some pressure out of the outsides. That's the game plan going forward. You just have to continue to work it with the young squad for Georgia Tech.
And the block from the Yellow Jackets, Mimi Mambu. Georgia Tech with their last breath here, trying to climb back in.
Coming all the way over on the line. Mambu got the right read and then jumped back in the seam.
Suarez feeds Mambu, and it's long. No, we got hands. Georgia Tech will get the point.
I think this is the easiest usage of your challenge. You just asked your blockers if you're Coach Shaw. You, as a blocker, you know if it was touched or not.
Now the question is there enough video evidence to confirm that? But that certainly was the impression Chelsea Thorpe.
North Carolina is challenging a touch on the call.
So if this is overturned, it will put North Carolina at match point. We've had our fair share of reviews today, Keely.
I didn't get them all right.
What do we got here?
So no touch
that looks
on that
wide
block.
right, yep.
So originally the call on the court was called a touch. You're looking at the right hand of Thorpe as the blocker. It clearly does not touch the ball.
So this ought to be match point for North Carolina. And review is complete. And here's the call.
Okay, the ball will be reversed. North Carolina point, the ball is out.
And that puts the Tar Heels at match point after the video review, and it's Jackie Taylor at the line. She's got 2 aces today to lead the Heels for a 6-0 start in ACC play. And they've got it. Mambu's attack is long, and North Carolina, for the first time since 2016, is victorious in Atlanta as the Heels have won.